to get any experience. And the one thing is that Jabs does have a very favorable matchup in the mid lane, so we'll see how it plays out. What JRX wants to do with his movements. I think it's going to be really important to dictate the early game with the Ogre Magi.
Jabs and Ana both have received little bits of criticism here and there based on their early game mid lane performance right now. So now they match up against each other, looking to kind of get the upper edge. And as you mentioned, on paper, the Tinker should have a little bit of leverage here. Base up top of Bitfly, trying his best to zone back Ice, but how often do you have the know-how on how to take on an off-lane Morphling? That doesn't seem like something you scrim and practice and compete against very often.
Yeah, I think No-Tail should just walk up and mana break him a bunch, and he's doing that right now. Try to force him waveform, put him on the defensive as much as possible, and we'll see the waveform coming out very shortly from Ice. Yeah, he just runs to the side, trying not to waste his mana.
So I'm curious about how he's going to be looking to item progress here. I mean, he already has the extra bit of armor, but
lots of pressure already coming on XY.
Lift.
JRX body blocking.
Needs to get closer if he wants to get the crush, but not going to be able to get it. So XY backs off, but lots of pressure on the Slark already. Black's around now, but obviously still needs a bit more time if he wants to get that hook online.
You can see they're going for a type of priority thing. Rather than going for the safe lane, tri-lane to completely shut down the Morphling, they'd rather emphasize on hurting XY and forcing the supports to stay bottom so that they can't roam freely and cause a lot of pressure onto Ana, because it's already a pretty hard matchup for the Emperor versus Tinker in their early new levels. Ice level 2, waiting for the bounty rune. Almost getting on his way toward level 3. Wouldn't be too surprised if we see Black make his way up there eventually to go for those type of hook plays to just guarantee him farm. Mid lane, Ana almost goes down, but Jabs almost dies 2 to the chains. Rocket comes out, should be fine. Yep. Flame guard and a regen rune.
How convenient. The Mighty Frog has blessed us on this day, at least if you're an OG fan. Be able to snag up that regen and walk away.
Do the pulls, more than likely, just to make sure this Morphling gets more farm, because Ice is getting levels, but he's not getting any last hits really in his top lane.
Yeah, so the assistance will come here in the form of Black's pull.
Yep.
Soon enough.
Ana getting pressured by Jabs. Jabs walking up the hill, trying to go for a solo kill. He skills 2 levels in rockets. Will he get the laser?
He stepped back.
Will he get the laser? It's going to be really close.
He's got around the bend.
Gets fogged again. And now JRX is here for the rotation. Jabs in a very unfortunate situation. He is going to die for sure.
That mild step back, unfortunately. He'll try to go through the fairy fire. Step back again, gets the laser regardless. Right into the face of Ana. He'll say worth. JRX will take the last hit on that one, but bottom lane also.
He's able to get a free D ward for himself.
Very nice.
Slight. Probably wants to try to deny, or they're going to go for the kill here.
Ana running the corner here.
Haste rune.
He's got the bloodlust to kind of get him there even faster. He dishes out the laser to help mitigate it a bit, but he needs a bit more assistance. The rotations are coming. It's going to be Black on the scene.
Oh, he gets the hook. 2 on the haste.
The hook pull back onto Ana, and OG got to get the hell out. Ana will be able to make it back in a way. JRX looking to go for the TP, but there's a lift. And there's a kill. Again for Faceless, 5-1. Off they go just before.
Do the Soul Ring into like the Yule Scepter, so you need to just have your mana regen as well as get multiple different stuns out.
Ana's got to be careful. Goes for the Remnant laser. Oh my goodness, God. He gets it before he can make it away. Oh, it's a struggle for Ana in the mid lane. Jabs picks up another.
Those are some mistakes that you can't make at this.
Movement here is this 3-man, as we've already seen the devastating effects it can have.
Oh, No-Tail stole one with his Spirit Barrel.
It's like, wait, how did they get it?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I see what you mean. Nice little play. So they actually end up splitting the bounty runes.
So the lanes are as it goes at the moment. JRX is going to be looking to try and make this this mid pull happen with the Ancients, but Crit, he knows his tricks. He's over there. JRX is going to throw Crit in range, but the stun kind of stops the Ancients from punching in. At the least, it'll be enough to scare Crit away.
Yeah, he missed actually plopping him into the Ancients. They didn't draw aggro. So Crit just, trying to stop this, knowing that it is it's one of those things where it's like, how do you beat Sumelia? You take away his farm, you take away his XP, do everything you can to try and secure this mid lane.
And of course, with this JRX currently doing any sort of pull, it's just kind of a support on support action here, round by the Ancients. Look quickly elsewhere on the map, what's going on, Ana? 1v1 at Sumail at the moment, no sort of backup coming in for either of them. It's going to be a straight, it's just showing a skill between the two of them.
We get 3 creeps with the mid pull. That's a win.
Let's get a bit of success there. Top lane, S4, getting the side pull as well. Zai trying to do his best to zone him out, give Arteezy the space that he needs.
Yeah, not zoning an Underlord with a melee support. Yeah. When your Shadow Demon's off contesting, that's the thing. Even though JRX doesn't get that Ancient pull right away because the SD's there, the result of this is the off-laner S4 getting more out of the lane. So overall, it's still useful for JRX to stay here. And it's actually, like I stay here. And it's actually, I think, EG recognizing, oh wait, this Underlord's getting too much, let's come and zone him. Sumail's just going to have to deal with having less experience, less farm in this mid lane. A full wave now being pulled to this Black Dragon camp.
And down on the bottom lane, Universe, at the moment 1v1 with No Tail. How do you expect this lane to go? Universe is going to do pretty well. I mean, already he's picking up CS in this matchup.
He does okay. It gets harder as the Spirit Bait. Once level 5, the Entangles come in, the lane gets a lot harder. But with a straight 1v1, it should be alright. It's a bit dangerous because the CM is kind of often missing from the map, getting a few levels in the jungle. And then if the Lone Druid gets a rotation from the Crystal Maiden, you can find yourself going down. So he doesn't want to really fall too much below half HP where he is now.
In this mid lane matchup, 8 for 3, 7 for 0. We did see Sumail take an early start, but these pulls certainly helping out the Alchemist in this mid lane, denying a fair bit away from what Sumail can get his hands on.
Yeah, this is really obnoxious. You're not happy if you're Sumail. Doesn't mean Rubik isn't getting much. Rubik isn't level 2 yet. He hasn't been able to actually kill the dragon, but he's got another wave.
I guess the full wave this time, so a nice pull through there from Jerax.
That's 2 full waves in a row, actually. So, I mean, there was 1 wave between that did slip through, but that is very, very annoying. He even comes mid, throws a Fade Bolt just to make sure that Ana takes less damage from tanking the creep wave, but see Sumail, like, even with this happening, he still is not behind on CS, but he's a lower CS than he normally would be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people kind of talked about Ana's weakness in the laning stage. This is certainly a way to make sure that he's able to balance it out with Sumail, who's been having a fantastic time in the mid lanes.
Man, Ember's going to be really happy he was the one that actually claimed the first blood there. So by picking up first blood, he's able to get enough money to get close to his bottle, and maybe with a little bit of help from Jerax. The roaming in, the Ogre becomes the target. Becomes the target instead of having someone like the Invoker being going on. So in a way, Invoker does do his work.
Is limited on levels though. You want to get as much XP as possible onto the Invoker. Ogre is kind of soaking up this. He does get rolled on into the mid lane, and this could be second blood right there.
Wow, I didn't actually think he'd go back in again.
Yeah, he kind of just walked down the hill and then got rolled on. So it was, gotta respect the Earth Spirit, man.
Yeah, that's that time where you almost start to check out other lanes like I was doing. It's like, oh, I wonder how S4's doing on the top. Because I know when S4 plays his clockwork, especially up against a Lifestealer, it's not an uncommon matchup for him to have. He gets really, really aggressive. He'll push up always with cogs, always looking to burn off any kind of mana of the Lifestealer, just making it as an opportunity for him to potentially gank out. Like, Jakiro doesn't care. He's a Jakiro with Liquid Fire level 1. So he doesn't mind if he has mana burnt. That's a good trade-off for him.
And he was able to get that last hit on a lot of the creeps there. The range creep, the big one with the rocket. So a lot of gold going his way. That will be, so I think it's been worth it for him. And Sven and Lifestealer CS is roughly equal despite the clockwork being up here. So I do like the amount of farm coming out from IG's offlaner, XXS.
I was wondering too, like how you then build the build on him, on Jerax, a little bit of trouble. As you're finally your point up in Quas, so Cold Snap keeps the Earth Spirit under control. Do they see the, no, they didn't see the Jakiro come in. They only see the Ogre. Now they'll see the Jakiro. So first stuns, the dual breath as well. All is going to connect with Cold Snap. The ticks just continue on the Ember Spirit. And it's this double combination when you've got both Alacrity as well as having...
And once he sees that, there is no camp here, sir. Maybe he can actually creep the Ancients too. I think it's not that difficult.
He realizes.
Yep.
He realizes the horrible, horrible truth. He has to play the lane.
It's not that bad because you already denied the range creep, but on the flip side, we have No-Tail who already blocked the range creep, and his is dead.
So in this game, we can talk about the range DPS Druid.
Yes.
Is this one of these games where you...
Always.
Okay.
I don't think you pick the hero unless you want to go for range.
Is there any situation where you still build up on the back?
I think if you die a lot and you can't afford to go range anymore, but I think the talents are just way too good for the range DPS Druid.
Smell seems to be roaming around a little bit. He's lost the mid. In fact, it's a pull by Jerax. He's managed to get the tower, so OG, if they saw it, they'll know it's on cooldown. I'm wondering if they were considering sending him up, or if it's just a misclick.
Mid lane, Sumail's positioned quite nicely on the right side.
He's got Scream and Sonic Wave. He commits both! Finds a very quick pop on Ana. He's got a haste to Valble, got to trigger it, bottle up quickly. No one charge, the Valble fly, turning on the Sunray. Sumail needs a movement speed to get away, but he's actually ticking down. Bottle charges. He's got enough to survive. getting away with murder right under the noses of the other OG heroes.
The entire rest of the game, however, that I think is unlikely, fortunately.
I like this dual off-lane scenario they got going on here. EGM up here, it's going to body block out the small camp first, just so when a pulling. Once there's two supports up here, probably not going to be quite as fun, just because of short range of Morphling, as well as the fact that you're a melee hero for EGM.
So how do you feel about these drafts altogether? I mean, you talked about the gyrocopter, you talked about the gyrocopter counter, but who do you feel has the advantage going into the game?
Oh, nice stun up
That was a
top
good
here
torrent.
from
Is he
Jerax.
going to kill him? He has waveform. He should live. He's living life on the edge. He's fine. Okay, he's good. Now EGM's getting hit. And here comes the Phoenix. I mean, that's a tough lane. There's a lot of damage. If you hit that torrent, you're in trouble, but...
I think it's pretty hard not to favor the dire side draft. I feel like if they can't stop these eggs from getting off, it's just going to be so difficult to deal with them. As you can understand, going for like the fire spirits on top of someone like Loda, then he's just going to overpower and he can kill the egg, which is great. Maybe Alliance have that time and we'll have that perfect moment.
Oh, that is a replicate.
At least they know it is. It's their hero at the very least.
Yep. Ethereal on Ana. Blinks disjoints it nicely. No tail looking for GM. Looking for that stomp, but I think they might get it on Loda. He does have that Aegis, remember. He's going to get enraged. Torrent's going to come out. They have the ghost ship. Where is it? Not there. Backed up here, and they're looking for more. Blink is ready to go. Blink's done in 2 if they can get there in time. Now Ana coming in. They want Loda. They get the shackle.
Oh, the shackle!
That's the Aegis gone. Now they drop the egg as well. Can they get more? Yoda's going to see if he'll up. Good static storm, but no tail is BKB. Loda's trying to get out. They might lose Jonas here. He's low. Not dead yet. Now pops the cheese. He's ready to go. Ana looking to fight. On to S4. Shackle shot. They find Yodas again, but he's still okay. Doesn't latch the tree. A couple more auto attacks. They'll get the kill. Now the ghost ship comes in. Can they get Loda a second time? Flip's about to fall. Double kill for Fly. Loda, he's got the Hatos up. Now he's going to try to get out.
Jonas is coming in from the back lines.
They will find Hanskin, though. He's going to go down. And I was looking for more.
They want the bear, though.
Shackle! What a shackle from Ana. Can they bring Loda down? They've got the damage. X marks his back. They kill him. Dead for 110 and 103 seconds for Limp on the gyrocopter. 3 down. And all they have to do is push mid.
That was a filthy shackle.
Oh, that was
pretty
dirty.
sick. Man, S4 he held them back to that fight.